Good evening, everyone. I was strongly guided to uh, do a reading for us this evening. It's the day after New Year's 2025, so Happy New Year to everybody. This will be a twin flame reading, and right now I'm channeling a very powerful energy for twins who are very close to union after a period of preparation, or other people might refer to it as separation. And after a long journey and much healing and growth and transformation, having gone through the death energy and lots of towers and so much healing, I use light language, and I'm receiving messages here in my right ear, lots of ringing. So that's confirmation from my team in a very strong way that yes, 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 right on point here. So you'll see there's a lot happening here on my board, but I promise we'll go through all the cards, and I just want to start us off with a smudge here. I'd like to call in our ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, star seeds, loved ones who are here with us in our physical plane of existence, and also all loved ones who have passed on. There are so many people in favor of these unions and who are here to support us, and they're so excited because they also feel the pull. They feel the benefits of all this hard work, and they've worked hard to support twins as well. Family, friends, colleagues, loved ones, neighbors, and even people that are not known to us necessarily, but they live close to us or are around us, and they may not speak to us directly, but they're still helping us. So focus on this beautiful Palo Santo. So we thank Mother Gaia for gifting us with this tree, this beautiful tree, and we thank this tree for its life on earth and now in death, to be able to afford us with this sacred medicine of healing, protection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm just going to set as well, light language, before we get started. All right. So what I'm going to channel for us today has been manifested in this moment. So for those of you who receive this message and who resonate with it, congratulations, and I wish you so much love and joy as you step into union here with your twin. So I'm just so honored, and it's such a gift to be able to do this at this time. I stepped away from YouTube after my original awakening in the very beginning years ago, after learning so much through YouTube about twin flame and the journey. Some good, some not so good, but that's okay. We don't resonate with everything that's out there, and we're all individuals on our own journey. So always take what resonates and leave the rest. That's a common phrase we hear in the twin flame community, and I agree with that. Never replace your own intuition with anyone else's. Never allow anyone to make decisions for you. Always meditate after receiving information like this, through readings like this, and ensure that any decision you make is truly from your heart space, with an open mind, conscious mind, clear mind. Okay, you are responsible. We are all responsible for our own lives, and these readings are just for support and guidance, never to replace one's own opinion. All right, let's get started. So you'll see there's the Golden Tarot, the smaller cards, and then I've created many of my own decks, and I do light language, so you'll see quite a few of them here as well. And the colors are key, and then there's beautiful crystals. The most beautiful one here, it's the apophyllite in the back. We have Archangel Gabriel, who is speaking loud for us. Okay, he is fighting and doing everything in his power to ensure that blocks are removed and that the truth right now is being brought to the light. Like there's been no truth ever brought to the surface like this. Like some of these illusions that were created and blocks have been there for a long time. And there's so many breakthroughs all over the place happening. A lot of this is unknown to the divine feminine, and we feel it and we can hear it and see it with our third eye in some way. But the majority of what's happening has been kept from us because masculines have asked and have wanted to be the ones to bring us this information. And I was doing my own channeling for myself prior to this coming through here, where I learned about some of these things and to prepare me for when my masculine arrives. It always kind of breaks a little bit of the shock because I need to be ready to have a very difficult conversation about some things that would otherwise be probably too difficult in the moment to talk about if I were to learn about it in that moment. So I'm being given a heads up to prepare and to assist me in doing the work that I need to do. And then, of course, always take time after huge conversations like this and take time to think and always make decisions that are in your own best interest first and foremost, never for anybody else. So, not sure where to start here. Give me a second. Let's see. All right, so I'm being guided to this card here. So I'm just going to bring the phone in. So I am open and receive with love and vulnerability. Thank you for sharing your love with me. That's powerful. And the cards around this card are the Judgment, okay, the Twin Flame card, the Lovers, sorry, Two of Cups, and the Three of Cups. And we've got safety, moving forward towards you and the kids. I am balanced. Underneath this masculine here, the Nine of Cups. Archangel Michael, okay, he's right beside Archangel Gabriel. So they're safeguarding us and protecting us. The element of fire is here in a very powerful way. And the holy fire is assisting us in transmuting all that has been in the dark for too long, is helping it come to the surface. And some of it will be transmuted and returned back to the light. Some of it needs to be transmuted in a different way. And that could be things that are going to be discussed with words and language, like the spoken word between the couple, between the twins. And so that'll be really, really important. Like I said, to do so, with respect and honor, and to listen. Okay, we'll each have a turn to speak, I'm sure, when we're faced with this very difficult conversation. So right now, our masculines want us to know that they are open and they're ready to have the conversation. But prior to coming to us, they needed to open up their heart chakra and really allow that love to come in, to be vulnerable, to be able to face it, okay, accept it. And they could feel our love and support from a distance always, but it was very difficult for them to open up in the physical in different ways at different times, because I believe they were distracted with karmic situations, person, place, or thing. Sometimes all of those things all at once. And it became extremely overwhelming. So thank you for sharing your love with me. I feel this is the power and the strength that the masculine could feel from that love from us, which assisted in a powerful way, in a tremendous way, to offer support, to allow them to do what they needed to do, to clean up messes, I'm hearing, you know, and there's a lot of them. And they didn't want to come forward until some of those things were dealt with, so they can share what they have done and where things stand, and allow us to decide how we will want to respond to those things. So the judgment's here, and you'll see it's in the past position. To me, the left represents the past, okay? And that horn, has already been sound. Okay, so this is Gabriel. Gabriel is right here, that same horn here, okay? And still shouting that horn, tooting that horn to the right, to the future, because there's still lots to talk about. But here, this has already happened in the background with these karmics. Okay, these karmics already know they've been discovered, and some of these things were even involved the legal system. Okay, so they were criminal acts, and very serious, or betrayals, lies, deceit. And I don't like to talk about karmic energy like this. It's difficult. It's a very low vibrational, and it needed to come to light in order for it to be transmuted, to be healed. All right, to free this masculine, to be able to assist him in seeing the truth of the situation, which he wasn't able to see for the longest time because of confusion. And some of these karmic situations are very difficult, and some of these people are very manipulative, so it's very, very hard. And oftentimes twins get taken advantage of because of their hearts, and imbalances of giving too much, of not being able to say no, not having healthy boundaries. So this has all been, in my opinion, transmuted now. It doesn't mean that they're automatically changed and all of a sudden can function in the opposite way, in the healthiest way, automatically. It doesn't work like that. But the first step is to always become aware, to accept, to face the truth, and to admit that, something was unhealthy. How do I make that change? Okay, so that's the energy I feel that they've been in. They're coming out of that because now they're ready to come face us. It is not easy to face your twin with these things, okay? Because we are mirrors to each other. But in this card, I really like it because look, it's even. You see that? It's even. They're looking at each other, and there isn't discomfort here. The divine is protecting this. Look at this. Okay, it's in balance. That love is what is allowing this to occur. Love for each other, never gave up on each other, held each other deep in that heart space for a very long time. It was almost like an affair. Feels like an affair sometimes because it's not discussed or talked about, okay? But people know. People know, they can feel it. You can't hide. Twin flame love, you can't hide, okay? You can't hide it. Doesn't matter. If you don't talk about it, you can still sense it in some way. These karmics always could, okay? So, and obviously karmic partners are there to challenge, and it's karma that needs to be resolved between. Usually it still involves the other person, even though, say, a masculine is with somebody, it usually is still kind of linked to the feminine in some way because of this love, okay? Because these partners usually know. Now, this authenticity and the vulnerability, you see the twins are naked here, okay? So they're just getting me to cover up here because of YouTube. I forgot. So see, I will apologize to your children. In some cases, there's children involved. And I think I saw kids, over here. Safety moving forward towards you and the kids. So they have our children in mind as well. So if there's children involved here, okay, they are considering all people involved, not just the adults, okay, being very responsible. And this light language is going to help safeguard families and children as well. So if you just take in these light codes, reuniting with our angelic selves. Yeah, here's angelic energy again. We've got angelic energy here, which I'll speak to later, and then we've got two angelic beings here. So this is very powerful, and they are holding the space up here in the realm. But archangels usually operate a little bit lower. There are different hierarchies, but archangels operate lower than other realms and angelic beings because they're tasked with supporting people that are incarnated in the physical. Okay, so this is how close they are to us. So thank goodness for that, because we need it. We need all the help we can get. So do you see here how I covered the twins? Okay, so now here's another angelic being here. Okay, very powerful. And I'm getting right now even warding off energies that would otherwise interfere here. Okay, the hands in the air like this, that offers healing and protection. And light that emanates from divine beings hurts low level entities and energies that would otherwise be in our environments, in our fields. And it's something to be scared of. Your light is always brighter and keeps you safe always than any lower level energy. Okay. And sometimes it can be concerning or anxiety provoking to sense something like that. And I've learned over time to just really always stay calm in those moments. And I always just take a deep breath and bring in my team right away. Then I just picture myself as bright as can be. And usually within very quickly, you'll feel that energy move away. Right? Sometimes energies like that get transmuted, and this is why they surface and come into our field, so they can be transmuted back to the light or go wherever it is that they need to go. And sometimes we're supports for that process for those energies and entities. So it's not always nefarious in the sense of what we see kind of on television or hear about. And whenever you look at something from a point of view of fear, fear creates other fear, more fear. And it's a horrible cycle, and sometimes people can't get out of that. So it's important to just step back, and this is the way I perceive it. This is my perspective over time. Of course, originally I was always very scared, and I would often just kind of close my eyes and wish that it would go away. And I had to assert myself. I had to, as a sovereign being, assert myself as that being of light in the energy, in my presence, in the environment that I'm in, that I decide who enters my space and who does not. And without consent, they can't be there, and they shouldn't be there. Okay? But always do so with love and kindness, and I do that always, regardless of the energy. Okay? So, yeah, kind of what I was just talking about, working together, right? And I feel like this masculine has become quite awakened to his spiritual gifts and probably having some paranormal, what we would call paranormal encounters, or has seen or felt things. And I feel like this masculine is not as awake to some of these things as this is divine partner, the ones that would be drawn to my reading. And that's okay, because he was busy dealing with other things, but very curious and wanting to learn about it and wanting to work together with the divine feminine now around understanding this at a deep level. And this is a situation where there would have been communication between the twins still, even though there's a separation or time apart. And at some point, there would have been some intimidation, some fear, some anxiety around the feminine's spiritual practices, gifts, beliefs, way of being, seeing things. And it's that high priestess energy. But now, very much curious and very much respectful and understanding because of his own experiences. He would have seen the darker side of that, okay? And some of the confusion was always is always at play, especially during that time of separation, where often karmics that do dabble in some of the darker stuff will try deliberately to create confusion, to have the feminine seen in a way that isn't accurate, to be able to step into that place that karmic knows is really that divine feminine's place, because of all sorts of things going on with that person, right? And that's that person's journey, and a lot of these situations are to offer learning and healing. It's a choice. So if you choose not to, that's fine, but you will re-manifest another situation. If this one can get out, that will provide the opportunity to learn. So in this case, we're not going to talk about the karmics, but it's more about the masculine. He is not stuck. He sees it very clearly because look, through the judgment, okay, through the support of his team, was able to see that this is a twin flame union, and who his divine feminine is, he knows, and he wants to share that cup. Equal, give and take here. Work together with her, okay, in love. The divine feminine really owns this spread because look, she appears here as the Empress and as the Queen of Cups. Now, the reading I was doing for myself earlier, I pulled, actually some of these same cards came out, not this one and this one, but all these ones came out. And so here, safely moving towards, or safely moving forward towards you and the kids. So do you see how movement forward? I am balanced. So his wish, his desires, his deepest desires, her, sees her as very loving, very caring, always offering a cup of love, always, no matter what was happening here. As hard as that was, as hard as it's been, this is really what helped push him through these dark times and stay connected to the light and fight and move forward. Okay, I'm getting that through the element of fire as well. There would have been a lot of transmutation, and he may not even have been aware that this was happening. So say you're doing a bonfire, right? And you're just sitting there and think, I'm going to burn stuff. He would be guided to burn very specific things for specific reasons. Now that's unconsciously doing that work. If you're consciously doing it, and some of the masculines may have been doing that work, you know, there's different ways to do releases, and you could have written something and then through the element of fire, releasing that, transmuting that. So however it was done, it worked. Standing up, the card standing up, that's powerful. Okay. That's powerful. And it was done with love. There's a heart here. There wasn't hate in the heart. There was love in the heart when he was doing it. Thought of her. Excuse me. My throat chakra. So the Empress. Boy, oh boy. Look at that. He sees her as the Empress. The Empress embodies all archetypes. And there's nobody that stands above the Empress. And in his heart and in his mind, she's over here. Right now, she's a bit far out of reach because look, right? She's over here, and this is the goal. This is where he wants to go. And it will happen. And I'm getting more information about loving, kind, a beautiful mother, very well balanced with her emotions, well put together, well respected. You know, he sees her this way at a very deep level, but most people around her see her in this way as well. People come to her for support, emotional support, guidance, trustworthy here. A beautiful, nurturing parent, mother to her children. Somebody that will be able to offer this to his children, okay, as well. And he worked hard because it says, I am balanced. Look at that. So through her being balanced, you see how these are even and right together here? Balanced here again. The twins underneath here were balanced, right? His wish was to become balanced before being able to come forward here. This is kind of like past, present, and future. It's really holding the energy for what's coming. And all of these light codes is going to help us achieve this. So these angels are safeguarding this feminine at all times, working with this masculine, their brother, to be able to make sure that these wishes are fulfilled. And he's stubborn. He's one stubborn one. Look at the arms crossed. Very serious. You know, it took a long time. A lot of these masculines have shields up, big old shields, very, very difficult. They were reluctant to lower those shields for so long, you know. Not anymore. That's all said and done. It's all said and done. And as I say that, this card here, I just noticed, it is done, and so it is. Safely moving forward. Do you see that in the frame here? Thank you. And they want me to finish with this beautiful angel card. They want Michael to move here. He's stepping aside for us to be able to channel this card. The Three of Cups, the right hand of God, number 22, and that's a balancing, that's a master number, okay? Fame and renown, influence, commerce, voyages, and great discoveries. Of course. And look at, I never noticed, these are brand new cards I got at Christmas. Look at the fire. Look at the fire there. That's 7. Okay, and the sun, do you see that? It looks like a sun, the outer part. I'm getting that these 7 fires there represent the 7 chakras. We have, like, obviously several other ones, but this would be the ones that are mostly known to everybody, the main ones, starting at the crown down to the root. That's our incarnated selves in the middle there. Okay, the divine has a close eye on us. See the eyes all around. We're safeguarded and we're protected. And even in the areas, see where some areas the eyes are closed? They've got our backs. Even though we can't see everything or we don't know anything, it's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be scared of. These conversations are not going to be easy. They're not going to be easy. And we're going to have a lot of love and compassion for ourselves and for our twins. And if we need to take time to think, you know, even before we respond, it's important to do that and ask for that time. Never feel pressured. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. You saw me cut there, Archangel Raphael. So this will allow us to receive healing in the heart. And now they want me to focus in the frame. So I see a heart in my card at the top left. That 2 of Cups is what they want us to remember and hold on to. Again, safely moving forward towards you and the kids. This is what he wants us to know. And that chevron amethyst is directing that beautiful apophyllite from the heavens to provide clarity, crystalline energy, love and light and protection. So now receive these codes and this apophyllite energy to clear and cleanse our energetic fields here. I feel a clearing and a cleansing in my back, especially in my shoulder blades. Our etheric wings are back there. I don't feel the wings themselves, but rather the area where the wings would come out from the back in those bony parts behind the shoulder blades there. And I'm seeing light coming in from above through the crown chakra. So open up crown chakra to receive this light. And it'll cleanse all the way through your chakra system. I feel tingling all the way down my legs, my thighs, my sacral chakra here. And I feel the disc spinning in the right direction. That's beautiful. And it's very well balanced. The sacral chakra is doing really well right now for most of us. And that's really good. It's really important for that to be strong and healthy. It's our creative center. Okay. The root chakra needs a bit of a clearing here. The bowels are going to be cleared as well here. So our chakras are connected to all of our organs within our physical body. So if you feel tingling sensation, it's okay. You're just receiving the light. Just receive the light and it'll naturally go where it needs to go to assist with this clearing, okay? I didn't realize we'd be doing this. I was wondering what I needed to do because I was getting that I still needed to be patient and wait. All right, thank you so much, Archangel Raphael. One more card here. Oh my goodness. So I cut the deck and here we are. I am asserting myself as the sovereign being I know I am. Thank you for helping me find my way. That's amazing. And look at what was under there. Violet Flame, Holy Masters. We have a 2-pointed amethyst there. Allow the violet flame now with the holy fire. And sometimes the two work together and it's even more powerful. So that tells me some of us have very dark, deep-rooted pain from past lives that's stuck in our fields. Just allow this violet flame to come through, the Holy Masters to come forward. Your team will guide that process for you. These codes will help unlock that for you, okay? This is past life regression healing work that's required in order to assist some of the twins who aren't quite at this stage yet that I spoke of. This is going to help you break through some of those barriers to get there, because we cannot so we are all part of a twin flame wave, and we all need to help each other, okay? That's what we do. That's how we survive, and we can't do this alone. Archangel Gabriel says, have faith. Believe. Archangel Metatron now is coming just to reset our fields. This is a tremendous healing that we received tonight and a huge shift. You're going to feel it. Drink some water. Make sure to have some rest. I'm hearing stay away from social media. Okay, social media, by what I mean by that is like news channels and social media. If you're on like YouTube watching or reading, that's not the same thing. What they're saying is like news or information that would otherwise create fear or doubt or create anxiety, make you question things. Like, stay away from that, okay? Just for the next couple of days. If you can't go that long, couple of hours, every little bit will help. Archangel Gabriel is just so prevalent and present right now for me. I feel like he's assisting us with making sure that we receive proper messages. Okay, information it's important right now to be clear, because when our masculines arrive, you need to be ready. If you're not ready, if this is the only one opportunity that comes in and you're not ready, I would know that for me, I would regret that, you know? And so it's important for us to be in meditation, to clear, to be calm. Okay, now obviously a conversation like that may not be that way for that entire time that you're talking, but certainly to start off on that, from that point of view, is very important. It's very important. And the fact that he's asserting himself tells me he's on his way, because that's how you get there. Standing up to these people to say, no, 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 this isn't working for me anymore. And he loves his Empress here, look. He's ready. I can feel it. So I just want to see. So the card I turned to safeguard my child's name here, it's speaking to the fact that he sees, the masculine sees, if you have a daughter that's in her young adult years, sees her as being incredibly strong and very much like you, Divine Feminine, a younger version of you. He loves her and he knows how powerful she is. She's just as powerful, if not more powerful than Divine Feminine. And in many cases, not only was this masculine worried about coming back to face his feminine, but also her children, especially a strong woman like this, 2 of them. That's not easy, but he's willing and he's ready. Now the twins are going to start obviously with each other. It's going to lead eventually to a conversation with children as well. That's what I'm getting here. Oh, they want me to also turn this one over. Calibrating through infinity. So I just need to bring this closer here. So these codes are going to help you calibrate your fields, okay, and help with that infinity symbol that ties the 2 heart chakras between and that 3rd energy, okay, between the twins. And I'm just assisting that process right now. Calibrating, okay. This desert rose, is helping. Kyanite and selenite on the other side there. All right, so Archangel Gabriel has some messages that he wants to leave, and then we'll close up this reading. Yeah, see, I just lifted up the card here. I will apologize to your children. Forgot about that one. So I'm just going to hide my daughter's name here, but here are some codes here to help with that as well. Okay. All right. So Archangel Gabriel saying, Divine Feminine, he knows that we've been waiting and we've been wanting to speak and speak share our side of the story and find out what's been going on and share what's in our heart. And he's saying, be assertive, be kind, be truthful, be honest, to stand in your authentic power, be these 2 energies here. This is important to embody these energies, and that's not easy to do when you're upset or angry. Okay. Now, guidance from beings should never tell you what to do. Okay. He's giving us advice in terms of what energies to embody, but they will never say you should do this or you should do that. And people shouldn't ask questions like that. Because it's seeking an answer outside of yourself. Okay, you can get support, but typically the answer needs to come from within, from yourself, with obviously support from other people or other energy forces. But I always drop into that heart space through meditation. I'll usually get there. Sometimes it takes a long time, but he's here and he's got our backs, and he'll make sure that the environment is safeguarded, that the masculine's well prepared. And what I get a lot as well is that they will not be granted access to us or permission to come forward until it's the right time. And if it hasn't happened, there's a very good reason for that, because the twins are always protected and safeguarded, always. These missions are very important. And there's a push right now with this New Year's energy to really, really blast through some of the blocks that have been in place for a very long time. Okay, sorry. Yes, he's saying, and don't forget to call upon. So you do need to call upon and ask for help and assistance. They can't do anything unless you give permission, okay, and consent. So call upon them. You can pray. So if if your masculine surprises you, then you can still take a second quietly in your thoughts to ask, call them in. But if it's a planned meeting where, he calls ahead of time, you set up a date and time to meet, do your work ahead of time and call in your guides and your team. Do your work. He's showing me the core, so the solar plexus chakra. That is, strength and courage. So if you feel you're lacking that, get yourself some citrine, yellow crystals, yellow calcite's actually beautiful. Actually, they want me to, this is a gift that I received. It's an angel wing calcite. It's so beautiful. My goodness, look at that. That'll afford all twins right now who need extra support and healing in that solar plexus chakra. I gift everybody with this beautiful energy. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Gabriel, for reminding us to have strength and courage. And that comes from within, all right? And he's going to as well ensure that that area is safeguarded for us, to make sure that it's as strong as it can be to be able to push through a very difficult conversation I had here. So as we know, it'll get harder a little bit before it gets easier, but that's okay. This is what we've been working towards. Sunlight. So he's telling me, if you are in an environment where there's been depression or low moods, bright, 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 open the drapes, get into the sunlight. If you need to go outside, go outside. If you need to open the drapes, sit by the window when that sun's shining, do that. He's showing me the sad lamps as well, now that we're entering in this part of the world. Anyhow, I live in Northern Ontario, Canada. It's winter, so it's dark very early. So seasonal depression usually hits a lot of people. So sad lamps are really helpful. A lot of my colleagues, I work in an office in a basement, so I'm lucky to have a little bit of a window, but a lot of my colleagues have purchased some or received some as gifts, and I'm seeing them enter the office this week. And lots of plants. And you can buy lights for plants as well if you don't have a window, and it really does help the environment. But he's just telling me to, like, open up, like bright lights, the sun. Open the window as well. A lot of us need to clear the space as well. So if your masculine's coming to your place, open a window, do a beautiful smudge ahead of time. Make sure it's clean, well organized, very comfortable. Okay. We're just going to set the space for twins right now. Because I'm hearing, very few will be able to achieve this right now. And that's okay. For everyone that makes it, that's great. We celebrate those wins, okay? I'm just going to set with my intention light language all around. Right now, the masculine. Vehicle or mode of transportation to and from this physical space where they'll be. And the feminine is saying no thank you. Most of us are very careful with energy and don't allow others in our energetic field. So I know I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to, I'll 100% be new to everyone out there, and that's okay. I always honor and respect energetic fields. And okay, so for some, they're saying just like for me to deposit it just outside the field, and what they'll do is they'll kind of see how it feels at a later time and welcome it in if it's something that they want to receive. My light's very bright, so it is quite triggering oftentimes to people. That's okay. So what I'm doing is I'm tracing light language, and as I'm going around, I'm feeling that there's blocks in the auric field. So what I'm doing is I'm tracing over those areas. Okay. So if you choose to, this light language will assist in softening some of those areas for you to open up to receive the healing. Okay, and you'll feel much more comfortable, less nervous, less like doubtful, fearful. It'll soften a bit of the pain. For some, there's still a lot of resentment and anger. And I understand there's no judgment. You know, there's been a lot of difficult things that have happened for many of us. So take the time. And if you receive the call and you're not ready, it's okay. You're not ready. Only do it if you feel ready and you want to. Okay. All right. So I feel like this is it. We're going to close the recording here, and I'm just going to focus in on this beautiful piece of calcite and our beautiful fairy, our elemental guides who are here as well. You are surrounded by light, all of you. So for those who may have struggled with some darker energies, receive the light now and it'll provide a clearing for you. And you'll feel much better. You'll sleep better as well. Just going to provide a little bit of an extra smudge here for those who may not have access to some of these sacred medicines right now. Not too much. All right, everybody. I wish everyone all the very best. And from Archangel Gabriel, our closest friend and ally right now, we thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, everybody.